It seems to me, Your Honor, that the lady standing to my right is trying to challenge the foreclosure, and that time period has well passed, and this is not the court.
Yeah, that we're in the wrong court.
No, we're not.
Yeah, because I'm not a tenant.
Okay, man. Well, that was just characterization of landlord and tenant. But it's for anybody that's in premises where they don't have the right to possess them. They can come here. And the right to possess is based upon who has the deed, basically. And in this case, they're saying they got a sheriff's deed because the property was properly, they claim properly foreclosed.
No, it was not.
You're challenging the foreclosure. I don't know what you're claiming that's wrong with the foreclosure.
Well, the note was separated from the mortgage, number one, and you can't do that.
Oh. And Your Honor,
that's against the law.
When you purchase a home, there is a promissory note and there's a deed that is provided. Those are two separate and distinct things. We are not discussing that. We're discussing whether or not my client has the legal right to possession of this property, and that there is no defense.
There is a defense.
Well, ma'am, you said you filed another case about the client's title because you believe something was wrong with
it. Yeah, no, I don't believe. I have proof. I have.
So where's the other case been?
That's what I'm trying to get down there to file it. I just haven't made it. But I will be there this week for sure.
Because right now, all I have is what they provided to me.
And I'm going to send you a copy of what I had sent them when I tendered the payment and they sent it back.
But ma'am, I don't know what you mean by payment. He says it wasn't a check. What was it?
Okay. It was a negotiable instrument that could have been used as a check, but it was.
Well, what was behind it? What kind of negotiable instrument?
Well, it was connected to the treasury.
May I?
The treasury? Like the U.S. Treasury?
Well, the Michigan Treasury, not the big one.
I would ask, is this pleasure?
Yeah.
I'm holding in my hand a document that said this is a non-cash item, not a check on the top. And approach your own studio. Take a look. This is what we're discussing.
Okay. I don't know what this is. It's got some numbers on it.
It's not drawn from a bank. It's not a check.
It was gonna be drawn on
payable through Tracy Moore and doing good faith. That's her address. It says it's paid to HP foreclosure. And then it has the United States Treasury, Pennsylvania Avenue, real property for set off an adjustment. And it's signed by Miss Moore without recourse. This says void where prohibited. Non-cash item per 12 CFR subsection 229.2 U1, 2, and 4. And it says here, this is a non-cash item as defined by that section I just said of CFR and issued according to 12 CFR 229.2 K3 and 4. Non-cash item is an item that would otherwise be a check, except that a passbook, certification, or other document is attached, or is accompanied by special instructions as a request for special advice of payment or dishonor, or it has not been pre-printed or post-encoded in magnetic ink with the routing number of the paying bank.
I believe, in other words, it's a piece of paper. It's not.
A negotiable demand draft by the U.S. Treasury, a demand draft drawn as a state government or unit of general local government that's not payable through a bank. Okay, I mean, you just, I don't know what this is. But you said that no money accompanied this. Oh, and this was, I don't know when it was dated, June 10th.
Mm-hmm. It was within the time period.
Mm-hmm. But
they held it.
Well, let me ask you this. Where were they supposed to cash this?
Well, they would have sent everything to the Treasury. It was all of the originals, everything. All they had to do was just send it to the treasurer.
And the treasury has $153,749 and 97 cents that belongs to you, that then they were just gonna pay to them.
Yes.
Okay. I don't see how that could happen.
Well, then we wouldn't know because they sent it back.
Because my client can't do anything with that.
Well, when I called, why didn't they say that? They held it for 2 weeks.
They don't
And
need
then
it's not. If it was a payment, they have to accept that payment. There was no payment.
So, other than your issues thinking that something is wrong with the foreclosure itself.
oh yeah, if I had a securitization audit done,
Okay.
and it shows it in
Well, ma'am.
I
I guess my question is this. If I'm going to have a trial, which is what today's date was originally scheduled for, I just see some real question of fact. I'm not exactly seeing it. I got a sheriff's deed, and I know it's a redemption period of 6 months. You got this, which is, to my knowledge, not any type of cash item. And I don't see how where they would take it to even try to remit or cash it. I mean, it's like I don't know where you got it from. It says the document has a background and micro printing, and there's an artificial watermark on the reverse side. I have no idea where you got this and how they were supposed to cash it.
And I would like to know how do they have title if I'm living in a home? I thought 9/10 of it was possession.
I don't know what that means. I can tell you that they went through what is known to be a valid process in Michigan. It's called foreclosure by advertisement.
It's so not constitutional. And that was why I had brought up your oath also to kind of make sure that I got a little help, because you took an oath to uphold the Constitution. And
Yeah, I'm very fully willing and able and capable of doing that. But where's the constitutional issue here?
well, that's
This is a matter of Michigan statute.
no, but it's not a law. Statutes are not laws.
Okay, then what are they?
What do you mean? What are they?
If they're not laws, what they're on the
They're
books.
not.
They're on the books as laws in
But
the
they're
state.
not-
So I'm not sure if they're not laws to you. What are they?
No, I mean they're laws in a sense, but not laws by the Constitution. They're not laws made from Congress. Congress makes them.
I mean, there's federal law and there's state.
Yes, but state comes from the federal.
No, it doesn't. What do you mean it comes from it?
No,
Do you realize you got 50 sovereign states here that can do their own thing,
Correct.
separate and aside from what the federal government does? And they do it all the time. All the time. What they can't do is something that is a constitutional violation of their state constitution or the federal constitution. I don't see what this is a violation
Wait, who?
of a constitution. Just to foreclose on property when the bill hasn't been paid.
But it was foreclosed unlawfully from Huntington. They didn't have a right to foreclose. They separated the note. And that's a known fact. They never recorded the note. They recorded the mortgage. And you're not supposed to do that. That's what part of the affidavit said on the man, the gentleman that did the audit for him. That is not lawful.
Your Honor, if that's the case, there was plenty of time to challenge that in the circuit court. This is not a forum for that. The time has lapsed for that to be challenged.
No, it's flawed. It's always a challenge and flaw.
You know, I've got some case law somewhere on the fact that, you know, the time to challenge these kinds of things in the foreclosure would be during the time that you have redemption. It would be at the circuit court. I mean, at this point, the redemption period is over. But if there's something that went wrong with it, the circuit court could rule on it. But you don't even have a case there.
Or I will. I'm working on it.
Well, you know, ordinarily, I mean, this would be the trial date, but I just don't see where the issue of fact is that would require us to actually have a trial in this instance.
What I'm asking you, can you give us a trial date, please?
This is the trial date.
Oh, well, okay, I just misunderstood.
Yeah, this is the trial date. And of course, I've had them call witnesses if I thought it was necessary, but I don't see where it's necessary. I mean, all the documentation he has looks good, and you don't have any documentation that says this is not good, except for your statements that you believe are accurate. And if you wanted to file something, you have plenty of time to file something that's more to challenge this in the proper court. This court just says, was there a proper foreclosure? You know, did they follow it? There's just a process. There's procedures. You know, when they file it, they have to give certain notice, do certain things, give a redemption time.
They still didn't do that properly.
Well, what didn't they do?
Where they were supposed to have served me, and they didn't.
Served you or what?
Served me on the first paperwork. It was sticking stuff on.
So you say it was never noticed in any kind of way. It wasn't tapped.
No, I'm not saying never, but I wasn't personally served.
You don't have to be personally served if they can't find you personally. They have alternate means to tack.
But still, this.
Did you want to add something?
No, Your Honor, I'm just asking for a judgment issue.
All right.
Okay. Well, the court is constrained to have to grant his relief because they don't see the issue of fact here of the trial. It appears based upon a review of all the documentation that's been provided that there was a valid foreclosure sale. Redemption period has passed. There was some type of something proper that doesn't appear to be known legal tender for the, I guess, the redemption amount. And if there is any question about the foreclosure itself or the validity of this tender, at this point should have been litigated against the circuit court. So I'll go ahead and give the judgment of possession for the plaintiff.
I am Jim.
Yeah, and you have after I sign this judgment, you'll have 10 days to file an appeal. The writ date will be if I have the judgment today, it'll be December 7th. And that's the appeal date.
Thank you, Your Honor.